What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got a new delivery in today. Smell that? Smells like 1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts!
Yeah, Doc. That's what I said. Anyways, we got box number 2 of the Fanhome's Build Your Own Back to the Future DeLorean time machine. So let's go ahead and get up top and get this thing open. All right, guys, let's go ahead and crack into this thing here. There we go. Let's see what we got.
Push the little red button.
All right, we got our parts in here. Get those out of the box. Looks like we got a wheel and tire for sure there. Spring, some other parts. Oh, looks like we got a poster. And we got our build magazines. Let's get this box out of the way. Alright, first things first, let's take a look at this poster we got. I'm probably gonna have to switch over to the other camera. Okay. Get this thing opened up. That's a really big poster, guys. I can't get the whole thing on here. Holy cow. OutOfTimeMovie.com. Look at this. This thing's massive. What the heck? Good grief, it's the size of a twin-size bed sheet. Holy smokes. It's cool though. It's if you can see there, it is the top-down view of the DeLorean with the kind of rusted out of time plate. Saving the DeLorean time machine. This must be a documentary here. OutOfTimeMovie.com. I don't think I've seen that. I'll have to check that out. All right, let's go ahead and get back up top. All right, we got our build magazines here and something else. What is this? Oh, this is pretty cool. This goes through and talks about your model, all the stuff that it does, all the things that it has with it. Well, say freebies, the things they include with it, with your order: posters, a shirt, a binder there for the magazines. Cool. And here are the build magazines. Should be 4 of them. Yep, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's take a quick look through the issue number 3 here. Just kind of thumb through it real quick. There's our parts. This is the assembly. And then we get into about the movie here, about Steven Spielberg designing the car. I know the car went through some definite different designs. Finding Marty. We got both Martys here. Man, how must that feel to film like the whole movie and then have them like refilm it with a different actor and it becomes a huge success? That's gotta be something else, man. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, guys, we got the tire and the wheel here. We're gonna go ahead and just push that wheel onto the tire like that. And that's, man, that is metal. That thing's heavy. Look at the size of that tire. It's gonna be a big car. This side's got some little blemishes on it. This side looks better. I'm gonna switch it around. There you go. We want the best looking side facing out. There we are. I was saying this side had some like little blemishes right in here. Little bumps. This side looks a lot better, so we're gonna use that side. All right, now we got the hubcap here. We're going to go ahead and put that on, and it's just going to fit right into these holes here. And we're going to attach that with 3 BP screws. Fit that on there. Now, if you turn it over, it'll make it a little easier to line those holes up because it's not the easiest thing to do, get those holes lined up just right. There we go. All right, and we're going to attach that with our 3 BP screws. There's 1, 2, and 3. Let's snug them down a little bit. There we go. It's going to look just like that. Nice. I like that rim. All right, now we got this little ring piece in the DMC center hub. Just to put this into this washer, but it's the same size. It doesn't like, can't put this into the washer. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I'm just going to put that on the hubcap like that. It fits in there nice and snug, so maybe that's all you need. We'll put that to the side and I'll deal with that when the time comes. But anyways, that's the end of magazine 3. All right, guys, moving on to stage 4. There we go. Here's our parts. Oh, this is the parts for Mr. Fusion here. And here we are with the build, the assembly instructions. And put a little banana peel in there. The real Doc Brown. All right, and it shows the parts for the next issue here. Let's get started. All right, be careful when taking the lid off because these little clear pieces like to stick to the top with static clinging there. So make sure you get them all and they're all in the bottom tray after you take the top off because like I said, they like to stick to the top. All right, we're going to be putting together the reactor here. We have part 4C and 4B, and that's just going to press into it. It's keyed there. It's got a little notch that it fits into. It says it clicks lightly into place. I don't hear any kind of click. All right, after you get it pushed through there, you want to turn it, and it kind of just locks up against the side there. Like that. Okay, now we have this piece here that we're going to be putting on top of that. All right, and this piece looks totally different than the piece in the magazine. I'll show you. I'm thinking things were changed up, but the pictures are still the same. So if you look in the magazine here, you got your 3 holes. And then these 2 little posts, and then it shows 3 taller posts, which this does not have, as you can see. It's got the 3 holes and these 2 short posts, and then it shows 3 tall posts on here. So I don't know if that's going to be a factor. I guess we'll find out. Strange. But anyways, this is going to go on top of here. It goes like this. And we're going to screw that on with 2 AP screws. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, now we have 4D, and that's going to go right onto these 2 pegs, and we're going to screw that down with 2 AP screws. I'm just going to snug those in. There we go. Anyways, it looks like that. Okay, we have our 2 sides to Mr. Fusion here, and we have 3 AP screws. And we're going to just turn this over. We're going to fit them together, and we're going to fasten these together with the 3 AP screws. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's going to look just like that. Okay, now we have these 2 Mr. Fusion chamber components. That is 4L and 4K, and we're going to put those together. I'm just going to put the lid on it, okay, like that, and then now we're going to see if this will click into place. It's supposed to go inside here and just click into place. Let's see if it does. All right, yeah, that's in there pretty tight. I don't think it's going to pop out of there. There we go. Gonna look just like that. Not falling or anything. I hate to use glue on clear stuff because it gets that cloudiness to it, you know. So I'm going to leave that like it is. I think that's pretty good. Okay, now we have our top here, and we're going to snap that onto the top of Mr. Fusion. Hopefully that clicks in nice and tight. Yeah, pretty good. There we go. Okay, now we have the Mr. Fusion hatch here, and we have this hinge, and we're going to put that on using 2 AP screws. And it's going to go on with this large round hole, face up and back. And we're going to screw that on just like that. And there's 1 screw started. Let's get the other one started. All right. I don't want them super snug down because you want this to still be able to move so it can open up like that. And now we're going to attach the hatch onto the Mr. Fusion chamber here. It's going to go this way around on this side with the single hole. This side's got 2 holes and it sinks in, but this is at the single hole. It's going to fit over that hole, and we're going to screw that down with 1 AP screw. I'll snug that down good, and it'll look just like that. And now we're going to attach the base of Mr. Fusion to the hatch. I'm going to open it up. It only fits on there one direction, and we're going to screw that down with one AP screw. And it'll look just like that. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to put this hinge together here, and we're going to attach 4I onto 4H, and it's going to go in just like this, and we're going to fasten that together with 2 CP screws. Okay, these are very tiny screws, guys. Little bitty ones. See if we can get this started. All right, there's one started, and we'll get the other one going on the other side, and then we'll snug them down. All right, it's going to look just like that. Okay, now we're going to take this hinge on the side with the 2 holes, and it's going to go this way around, and we're going to fasten that down right through the middle there with one AP screw right inside there. I know it's hard to see because it's black on black, but we'll put a screw right in there. All right, and if you did everything right, it'll look just like that. And this is the latch that opens up and then latches it shut so it can't open. Now here's going to be the tricky part, guys. We got these 2 tiny little springs here and here. I'm talking itty bitty. And we're going to attach those with 2 tiny little CP screws. Is this part even necessary? I don't know if this part's necessary, but we're going to try it. Let's get some tweezers here, because those springs have to go inside here on top of these little pegs, and then we're going to screw them through on this side. Let's see if we can do it. So you gotta get that screw going through the spring. And I think that's too far back. Try to get it lined up just right. I think that's on it either. This is where a magnifying glass would come in real handy. Let's try this screwdriver. It's got a smaller head on it. Now that screw's basically going to act as another peg. I think that's got that one. I got one of them on. Okay, let's see if we can get the other one. Again, I don't know if this is necessary. It fits on there pretty snug already, but I'm gonna put it on there. Oh boy.
3 days later.
All right, well that made my choice up for me. I got one spring on, and the other one, when I was trying to put it on, shot, and it is gone forever.
Erased from existence.
I have a magnet. I use it around on the floor just to see if I could find it. No go. I got one of the springs in there. See if I can get it. There you go. You can see it right there. Just there. They don't really do anything. This is pretty snug. So, I mean, it doesn't push it back or anything. So, yeah. It doesn't even really need them. But that one's gone. It's such a tiny little spring. If that thing shoots away from you, it's gone forever. You'll never get it back. If I have any advice to Fanhome, include a couple extra of those tiny little springs, because if one of those goes, you're never finding it. It's so small, you're never going to find it again. So just maybe even just at least one, put one extra one in there. Like you normally do with the screws, you usually put an extra screw in. So why not just put one extra of those tiny little springs in case it shoots off? You can you'll have another one. But like I said, I'm not that worried about it. So all right, now we're going to go ahead and take the this bodywork panel here, and we're going to attach Mr. Fusion to it, and it's going to go this way around with the clear part and the red clip here facing back towards this lip here. So that's going to go on like this, and we're going to fasten that on with 3 AP screws from the bottom. All right, it's going to look just like that. Okay, we're all done with issue 4, and you should have these 2 pieces completed. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to issue 5. All right, here we go with issue 5. Let's take a look inside. All right, we got the parts for the left front suspension and brakes here. And this is going to be the assembly of it. And you got your lower control arms and your brake pieces and all that. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. We got our leading lady here, Leah Thompson, slicing through time, being George. Yeah, it's a shame, you know, the whole breakdown between him and the rest of the crew. You just you don't really see Crispin Glover anymore. You know, and anytime you see the whole group that are at like conventions and they're signing, you know, you never see Crispin Glover there because of the issues there. So we won't get into that. But you know, I like Crispin Glover as an actor. I think he's great. There's that flux capacitor. All right, and this is what we're going to be getting, I think, in our next set. All right, let's go ahead and get to building. Okay, we got these parts here. We got 5A and 5B and 2 AM screws. And it's so nice to see that, I mean, these are all very thick metal, so that's awesome. All right, and this one's going to go right into here, and we're going to secure that with the 2 AM screws right there on the sides. All right, this is going into metal, so I'm going to use just a little bit of oil on here. Just a little bloop on each side. There we go, there, and a little on this side. Okay, and this is going to go this way around, and let's screw that in. And you know, it doesn't hurt to have some oil on these parts anyways, because you know, it's metal, and they move. That one started, let's get this other one going. All right, there we go. Okay, now we got 5D, and we're going to be putting that right through the bottom here. And we're going to attach that on each side with 2 BM screws. And just like before, I'm going to add just a little bit of oil, a little bloop, bloop. And there, we're going to go ahead and attach those down with those BM screws, I think. And get one started, and we'll get the other one going. And we'll tighten them down. And there we go. And we got our spring, and we got an EM screw, and we're going to put the spring over that, and we're going to position it underneath. There we go. Just like that. And then we're going to secure that down with that EM screw. You got to put some pressure on that to hold it down, and we'll go ahead and secure that down with that screw. I'm not using any oil on this, so let's see if it goes in all right. And we got our screw here. I think it's about as tight as I can get it. Here we go. Okay, now we got 5C, and we're going to attach that onto the top here, just like this with the 2 CM screws. I'm going to use a little oil. Get started, there we go. And we'll get the other one going, and we'll tighten them down. All right, there we go. Look just like that. Okay, now we have 5E, and we're going to attach that onto here this way around, just like that, and we're going to screw that in top and bottom with 2 DM screws. And once again, we're going to put a little oil. This one going. We'll get the bottom one put in. All right, and it's going to look just like that. All right, we're going to start the left front brake, and we're going to take 5I, which is this little spring, and 5H, and we're going to put that on top of there, just like that. Okay, now we got the brake here. It's going to go this way around. We're going to insert this through the big part at the top. There we go, and we're going to fasten this down with the DP screw. It's not going to be easy to do because you got nothing really to hold on to. See if I can hold this side secure with some needle nose pliers. And there we go. There it is. Just like that. All right, we got the brake caliper we're going to be putting on this rotor. It's going to go this way around. Yeah, we're going to snap it into these 2 holes, and then we're going to fasten that down with an AP screw right here in the back. All right, it's going to look just like that. Okay, now we're going to put that assembly onto here. It's going to go this way. Got a little magnet on it, so it's going to magnetize on there. And then we're going to screw that on right here with a DM screw. And yes, it is going into metal, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil on there. A little bloop. Just like that. Put that back on. And let's screw that down. All right, it's going to look just like that. And then this piece will be able to fold down like this for the wheels for when it goes into flying mode. Just like that. Pretty cool. All right, and that is the end of issue 5. All right, moving on to our final issue here, issue 6. Here's our parts. We're going to be doing the other side now of the wheels. Here we are. Assembly just like the last side. It's going to go exactly the same way, so I'm going to speed build through this for you. We got Tom Wilson here as Biff, the bully, prime location, Lion Estates. He's a peeping Tom. All right, and this looks like what we're going to be getting next. The steering rack and front plate here. All right, let's get going. There we go. They're all finished up, and that, guys, is the end of shipment number 2 from Fanhome's Build Your Own DeLorean Time Machine. Let's go ahead and get back to the main camera. All right, guys, there we go. We're all done. We've got the tire with the rim in it. We've got this part of the Mr. Fusion. We got this part of Mr. Fusion that opens up like that. And we've got the 2 front wheel assemblies here that both fold down like that. And that is it. That is all there is to do in box 2 of the Fanhome Build Your Own DeLorean. If you like these kind of videos, guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It helps tremendously. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time on ChewysOlo. And this is Black and Red. See ya.
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.